everybody. Welcome back to our Walking Dead reviews. This week we have a double header for you. No pun intended. Nothing. Jason, nothing.
Double header.
I'm going to keep him going. I'm going to try to keep him going. Okay, all right. So, we are going to go in reverse order because there's no way we can wait to talk about what happened last night on the show. So, tonight we are reviewing both this current episode, last night's episode, The Calm Before, and the week before that, Scars, episodes 15 and 14 in reverse order. And with me, as usual, Jason.
Hey-oh.
Oh, all right. Jason. All right. You know what I was thinking? You know what I was first thinking when I saw last night's episode was my first pun, well, kind of a pun, was the Snickers commercial where, you're not going anywhere for a while and just put like a Snickers in their mouths. That would be hilarious to see the heads with the Snickers in the mouth.
Oh my god, that's awful.
That's the best. That's the best. I've been waiting for this for a long time. For those of us who read the comics and are fans of the Whispers, this is one of the major reasons why we are a fan of this storyline. That being said, they took some major turns on this from what we got a few years ago. But we'll talk about that in a moment. Jason, what did you think of last night's episode?
It certainly came out of, it was way too happy. Like, I knew something was going down, and then when I saw Alpha all James Bonded up, with the disguise and, like, the hair and everything, I'm like, something's going on.
The whole time she's walking around like that, I'm thinking, she's wearing the top of somebody's head.
Yup.
She's not, and then I thought to myself, that probably wouldn't bother her at all because she does that all day, every day.
Yeah, no, that's like a wig to her.
Yeah, that is the Apocalypse wig.
Yup, modeling the latest in Dead Chic.
All right. Anyway, so what the episode overall? I'm sorry. What'd you think? You thought it was way too nice.
Yeah, so I knew something was coming, but I did not expect the body count to be that high that quickly. Just sort of, oh my god, and they're dead, and then just the back and forth, with those last couple of heads, boom, scene,
so good.
And then it was fantastic.
Good stuff. Way to go for them. Now, let's talk about it. It's what everybody's thinking about. It's what everybody's talking about. So, I think there was 9 or 10 heads. And so you had the two highwaymen, the leader, can't remember his name, and Ozzy, his lieutenant, his second in command. You had DJ, who used to be a former savior, but has been a part of Alexandria now for a while.
That's the redhead, right?
No, DJ. The DJ's a guy. I think what you're talking about is the one after DJ, which was Frankie. Frankie was one of Negan's wives.
Yep.
And yeah, she got it too. And then, thank you very much for taking 2 of those teenagers out. Good Lord, they were annoying as shit. Agree? Jesus. Disagree? That's right. You feel something for the kids in the fake TV apocalypse show. I forget.
I don't know. I feel like the nerd deserved better. She didn't do nothing to nobody.
Except for getting drunk and poking a zombie with a stick and throwing stuff at it.
Well, I suppose. Yeah. But, all right. Can you honestly say that if you grew up in a zombie apocalypse, you would have done the same thing? Like, that's
I would not have done that, no.
It's because you're a killjoy, Chris.
I guess. And I'm supposed to feel remorse for it, too, I guess, huh? Okay, so, what... okay, let's keep going with the list. That's right. There's more. Let's see, who else got it? Are we...
The Whisper Baby Mama.
Yep. Tammy Rose, and then we got to the big names.
Wow, we got Rodney.
Who?
The guy from the hilltop, right?
I don't know who's Rodney. I'm trying to look for the list here again. I can't. I'm not finding it right now. But okay, so we'll get back to Rodney. Let's get to the big names though. Tara.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yup.
And can I say my continuous thank yous for that? I've been waiting for Tara to get killed for a very long time, and it's not even so much that I didn't like her, although I didn't like her very much, but she's been basically a worthless character for years now, and there she is finally,
Yep.
head on a pike, right where it belongs.
Jeez.
Enid though,
Yeah.
so they continue the curse of the show. If you were a doctor or the moral compass, you are in trouble and will die a horrible death.
Well, yeah. I mean, can't let things get too easy, right?
Now,
Otherwise, how are people gonna die of horrible amputation infections if they have a doctor on board?
yeah, we lose Aaron's arm for nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
mean, we used that to establish her as becoming a doctor, and what was the point? But
Yep.
the last one, and I'll double check this list. The last one, Henry.
Yup.
That was shocking.
Oh.
That was
Yeah.
really surprising. Henry has been basically the placeholder for Carl in the storyline from the comics. This does not happen to Carl. Carl's still around. Carl's kicking ass, taking names in the comics. So, with his dad Rick. So that was really surprising. Wow. Now let me tell you, a lot of these deaths were the same. Tammy Rose, her head's up there. A lot of smaller names, people you don't know too well. The big deaths from the comic version was that instead of it being Tara being a community leader, it was Ezekiel.
Oh wow, really?
Yes, it was Ezekiel, and instead of, I guess, Enid, it was Rosita.
Hmm. So
And,
she was still around.
no, Enid's not even in the comic.
No, Rosita.
Rosita, yeah, well, Rosita's still around. Yes, that was the whole
Yeah.
thing. Was they introduced in the comic? They introduced this drama with her and a baby and all that. Although her and Eugene end up becoming an item, but ever so briefly, as Rosita gets her head on a pike, and it becomes particularly egregious what had happened because Alpha kills a pregnant woman.
Oh yeah. That makes
And,
sense.
Not that this had any less of an impact, because this time around it looks like what they decided to do was they decided to put her on a little bit of what I took as a little bit of a revenge spree. She killed Henry because Henry took her daughter away, pretty much,
Hmm.
and she killed a couple other kids of the communities to boot.
Yo.
I mean, that's kind of
she-
what I took away from
Well, she also killed the mom of the Whisper baby.
that. Right. And we actually got to hear Alpha's call the group the Whispers for the first time this episode too.
Yo.
Sorry, didn't mean. But yes, yeah, the mom who had the Whisper baby. Now, did she take that baby?
Alpha probably views it that way, right? That baby was
No. I mean, did Alpha take the baby, or did we see the baby with the father, or the adopted father, Tammy Rose's husband at the end?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But I don't think Alpha took the baby.
No. Why would
'Cause-
she?
No, she's got no reason to. She's sort of balanced out that in deficiency. They took one of theirs, she took one of yours, sort of a thing.
Yeah, Addie and Rodney. Those are the Hilltop kids. Rodney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I finally found the list here. The Highwaymen, Frankie, DJ. Yeah, that's all of them. Tammy Rose, Enid, Tara, and Henry. So you were commenting before we started here. So who leads Hilltop now, and how many damn leaders are they going to go through, and who's left to do it?
Yeah.
I suppose Daryl could.
Yeah, Daryl could do it.
I got to be honest with you though. I was hoping, because we're losing Michonne. We have Michonne for very few episodes next season, which will be her last. I was kind of hoping she'd take over Alexandria, or he would take over Alexandria. Maggie's coming back next season.
Yeah.
So
That,
there's that.
and let's see. So Maggie's coming back next season, so they might put Daryl in charge of Alexandria and Maggie back in charge of Hilltop.
That's what I'd like to see. That I think that would be cool. But I gotta be honest with you, if things continue on through the story as they did in the comic, the last thing you're gonna be wondering about is who's leading the Hilltop.
I take that to mean that there's big conflict on the horizon.
Well, I mean, you did see her army of walkers.
Yeah, that was impressive.
That is, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a little. Maybe I'm just too used to zombies and stuff like that. But I was, I saw that when I saw it on TV, and I'm thinking to myself. And she says, I have my people down there." How much would it suck to be a whisperer stuck in that herd and sneeze?
Oh yeah.
I mean, just
Well,
sit there trying to hold it back.
you know what I was thinking, when she said that, that like all it would take, because zombies don't really tend to disperse too much once they're in a group, right? All it would take is a couple of like just something to cause the humans to like cry out, like a grenade or a Molotov cocktail, something that would cause them enough pain that they'd have to scream, and then all the zombies would turn and eat all the whisperers in the group.
Mm-hmm.
And you take out a bunch of zombies in the process, whatever sort of area of effect weapon you use.
Right. So a lot of people I saw on social media last night were like, why didn't Daryl just push Alpha off the cliff when they were up there? Because that wouldn't solve anything.
No.
In fact, that would ensure that herd would be used.
Yep.
And I saw that a lot last night. I didn't understand that. I'm like, well, what good would that do? Alpha would be dead, but Beta's still around, and then you're ensuring that huge herd's going to be used on something.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah, dude, but that's got to suck. What if you got to use the bathroom? What do you do? If you're a whisperer in that herd,
it's certainly not good, I'm sure.
Your options are limited.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you put your shitting pants on that you got from Negan, and you shit your pants, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. All right, there was more to this episode, but this was obviously like the last half, even though it was about half an hour longer than usual. But I loved how a lot of this play out. I knew it with like one of the first scenes when they got into the movie theater, and I'm like, "There's no highwaymen. I don't see any highwaymen in here," and that was the big thing.
Yeah,
they got a movie. I wasn't a big fan of how this. In order for Alpha to pull this off, the show had to go backwards and forwards in time in the same day a lot.
Yeah, that was really confusing.
It was, and I know it was intentionally confusing, but it felt like they broke some rules in doing so. It's all right. It's a minor gripe, but it doesn't make any sense. It's hard to have them all in the same place and pull all that off the way that they did it. It makes it very difficult. But for comic fans of like myself, when she had the conversation with Ezekiel, and then she's like, "Can you show me where to try on a dress or sweater or something like that?" I'm like, there, she just got him. And then before that, you could see her eyeing Rosita and Eugene. I'm like, oh, they're doing it. I'm like, oh man, here we go. I'm glad I get to see that play out. I get to see the situation with Rosita play out, even though it's a little different in the show this time. There's a third person involved here. I think it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out.
Yeah.
We got to see the charter signed.
Yeah, we did indeed.
What'd you think of that?
I don't know why it felt very Declaration of Independence.
Well, I mean, because it's on a giant parchment. And,
yeah.
And he even said John Hancock.
Yeah. Again, that was.
So
I'm sure it was intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to see Ultra's side leader, which is the first, I think, since the time jump.
Yeah, I did not recognize her at
No,
all.
it's a different actress. But that was cool. Expect not only to see Oceanside, but to see them so gun ho to do things with the community. I mean, that's a huge change.
Yeah.
Even after the first time jump of a couple years, they were still kind of no, like, we just kind of want to kill saviors. Oh, did I say that out loud? I mean, we don't want to do much of anything. Um, yeah,
Yup.
but I thought the charter situation was cool.
Hmm.
Um, Oceanside. I hope we haven't even seen Oceanside yet since
No.
the 7 year time jump or whatever.
No,
But
this is the first time we've even heard them mentioned, you know?
yeah, yeah. But the four of them, that's just kind of funny because there's the fifth spot there for the sanctuary.
Hmm.
We'll just ignore that. They don't exist anymore.
Yup.
I think you were a little late on that one. So just scribble out somebody else. Just scribble out their name. Put another one in there. Um, no, overall I loved it though. I thought it was great. They played it out well. And you're right. You're right. You're definitely like, look, it's a fair, and someone's getting dunked in the water, and they're trading information, and everything's so nice. Here's my biggest concern:
Yep.
that Jerry's head was going to end up on a pike.
Why was that your biggest concern?
Because I knew a bunch of heads were ending up on a pike by the end of this episode. As soon as I could tell where they were going with the story, I mean, I knew it was going to happen by the end of the season. But early on in the episode, I could tell because man, I don't want to lose Jerry. Jerry's like the perfect person to have killed for something. Fans
He is.
fans care about him, and he's like the second in command guy, so he doesn't really ruin anything. He was never in the comics, so he's kind of disposable in that way.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
suppose.
I worry for Jerry constantly because he's right there to just get dispensed.
Yup. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not super attached to Jerry, not in the same way that I think a lot of people are.
Jerry's awesome.
He's
Jerry,
okay.
Jerry, no, he's great. Jerry's great. Um, I but again, going back to what I was saying, I thought it was pretty interesting how they were rolling it out. Not, I think in some cases it was a little too obscure. I didn't catch all the people at first when they were going through the list. Like when they had those two guys up on stage. The one was I forget it, Luke, and the other guy who used to be a savior. He was singing, and then he looked out
Yeah.
in the audience for Enid. I didn't catch that the first time I saw it. That he was looking for Enid.
Oh.
There
Yeah,
was
that.
there was a couple of them I didn't catch right away, but it was really fun. It was really fun how they rolled it out. Um, yeah, yeah. So I mean, what do you think's going to happen with Carol?
Oh,
She's
jeez.
lost another kid.
Yup. Dude, you know what I'm learning? Carol should just stop hanging around children. You know,
I
it
think I've
never
said that
ends well.
before. I think I've mentioned that in the past.
Yeah, you know, it's just not working out for her. I think Carol. I mean, there's certainly a possibility. I mean, what with Rick gone now and Daryl probably gonna go off the edge. Carol and Daryl are gonna go like revert. You know, they're gonna turn into Morgan and start clearing.
They're thinking for clearing.
Yeah.
So okay, I definitely think that hair's coming off.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be big time, serious time. So, um, yeah, yeah, lots of fun stuff. I think for myself, besides, what I've been seeing throughout the season since the second time jump. So basically, the last second half.
Hmm.
Um, they've been making little mentions of things and doing things that are saying we are not going to go down the path that the comic went past at this point, and this is basically, I'm getting the impression this is the last major storyline we're going to see from the comic in the show, which I'm fine with. In fact, at this point, things are so different now with the cast and everything. I kind of like it that way. I mean, the interesting thing again about Ezekiel getting it in the comics was the fact that there is no Carol.
Yeah.
And Carol's been long dead. Carol's been dead since the prison. And there's no Henry.
Hmm.
So it's Ezekiel. And then since then, in large part, the kingdom has not really been a part of anything. So I get to continue to see the kingdom, which I really like. I enjoy the kingdom a lot.
Yeah.
I think for the first time we're gonna see Ezekiel go off the deep end. I mean, he came pretty close and got all sad faced when he lost all of his men in all out war.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna see Ezekiel, I think, go off the deep end on this one.
Well, definitely. I think that's without a doubt. I mean, that's his kid, you know.
What'd you think of the fair?
Huh?
What did you think of the fair?
Oh, it was nice. It was really well put together, you know. The scenes felt organic.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I guess. Do you have any last comments on this episode?
Um, Let me think. No, I mean, we talked over the big stuff. Um, no, nothing. Sorry, I'm pulling up nada.
All right. Okay. Let's rate this one. This one's obvious. 1 out of 5. Heads on a pike. What do you rate it?
I'm gonna go with 5.
You're giving it a perfect. As laid back as you are currently about this whole episode, you're giving it a okay. Well, no, hey, that's sure.
I enjoyed it a lot. Like, I don't know. Other than the only thing I could really hit this episode for was, the fact that the flashbacks were a little confusing, but I don't think it's worth dinging off an entire point for. The fair was fun. It was great seeing all of the characters sort of like get back together, sort of that hey, hey, hey sort of, moments.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh,
it
there
good to
was
see.
there was one last thing. Sadiq.
Oh
Yeah, there's a
yeah.
situation with Sadiq. For some reason, people are getting the impression that some people are thinking that Sadiq is a traitor. It might be a whisperer now. I'm not catching that at all.
No, that's not the impression I got.
But that's pretty messed up. That Sadiq had to be alive for all that. Yeah. So okay. So you don't think that he's a traitor either?
No,
Okay.
I didn't get that impression.
All
I
right.
think it does. I mean, I guess I could sort of see it in so far as the fact that like it would make a good plot twist. But do I see it for the character? No, not really. I mean, it
Yeah.
certainly fits Alpha's sort of sadistic streak to leave one of them alive.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You know?
and to leave a message. Yeah. I don't. Even though she left a pretty damn good message, anyways,
Yeah.
I'd say that's a pretty good message. Okay. Yeah. So I'll rate it. I'll rate it a 4 out of 5. It was a lot of fun. I don't think it was perfect though. Again with the time jumps and all that. But yeah, I'll give it a 4. 4 out of 5. It was a lot of fun. Of course, what I'm
Yeah.
really excited about, and I've even talked about a couple times during this season, is that next week we're gonna get snow for the first time in the series. We're getting some snow.
That is very exciting.
It
I
is.
mean,
You sound excited.
I am. I am very excited. All right, we've been through 9 seasons of the same sort of climate, essentially.
Right.
I had just assumed that The Walking Dead lived in like a post climate change environment, in which like the ice age has come and gone. The oceans have risen. That's why Oceanside's there.
Everything you just said makes no sense. What you just said. This takes place in 2010. They're caught up now, but it starts in 2010.
I don't know. It could be alternate history universe.
Well,
Either way, we both agree it's weird that there's been no weather changes.
yes,
That's something we've
they've
agreed
been-
upon.
Yeah, they've been out of
Yeah.
Georgia or the Georgia area for years now, since season 5. So, yeah, no, glad to see. And not in it. I mean, it snows in Georgia too, but we still never got it there. But yeah, they've been in the Washington D.C. area now. Yeah, you're gonna get snow. There's gonna be snow every year.
Yep.
So I'm excited for this. Can't wait. All right, let's talk about Scars real quick. Last week's
Alrighty.
episode, we just could not make this happen. Jason missed the initial record day and time, and then I had to miss our reschedule. And so by that point, it was just kind of like, let's just wait. Scars, sir. What did you think of Scars? This is the story, the backstory on how Daryl and Michonne got those matching scars on the back.
Yeah.
It's a story. We got a very pregnant Michonne telling a very gruesome story about why they ended up closing up Alexandria the way they did.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly like they've been dropping hints all season that something big happened between her and Daryl, and this answered a lot of those questions. It was certainly very I don't want to say graphic, but like a lot of heavily implied violence over
Yeah,
any.
no, they don't actually show her cutting down kids,
No.
which I'm glad for. I could have taken it or left it, but overall, I mean, I'm glad. I mean, that's going a bit too far. Pretty edgy content this time around.
Yep.
That really puts them through the ringer. Quite honestly, and I like the fact that they told such a big bold story in one episode, but I would have thought that would have had more of an effect. Well, maybe not though. I guess I'm conflicted on it because it is Michonne. So
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting to sort of take a deeper dive. Like Michonne's pretty fleshed out as a character, and it was good to see more of her. It was good to see Judah's character getting fleshed out a little bit more rather than like the bits and pieces we've seen.
mm-hmm.
The bit where the leg chop head stab thing at the end that she does to that zombie is like classic, Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Definitely got that zombie killing crimes blood. Do you think that the one surviving kid ended up becoming a whisperer?
No,
No.
I suppose they could have, but I mean, in particular, no. I mean, I don't think the whispers were around then.
No.
So they
But
could.
I meant like
I guess they.
eventually.
I guess they could have. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you think we're going to see that character again or whether it's gone.
I don't know. It's they could show up again.
Hmm.
I thought that was interesting that this whole thing comes from an actual friend of Michonne's prior to the apocalypse. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Michonne's backstory in the TV show is completely different from the comics, so that
Mhm.
was fun to see that happen. Yeah, I really
Yep.
I really enjoyed this one overall. I was shocked. I could have sworn, and I couldn't really figure out why the hell Daryl and Michonne had these X's on their backs, these scars. I would have thought that maybe someone took their kidneys or something like that, because I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, that is obviously a that's not an accident. That's an
No.
X, and
Yep.
it looks surgical, or at least it looks like it's done by somebody who knew what they were doing. Come to find out, it's a branding. But then,
Yeah.
but then that brought up its own question: why are they branding them?
Torture. I mean, the whole thing gave me like a real like Manson family vibe. Just like the ringleader instilling these like little psychopaths with all of the sadistic energy they're gonna need to carry them into being like full-fledged monsters. Not that they weren't already, but
Yeah. Well, which is interesting because it initially it doesn't seem like those kids are being taught anything much more than what Carol was doing in season 4 in the prison.
yeah.
But then, yeah, you find out it's much more, and it's not even just self-preservation. It's really weird, and it's like, oh, you're turning them into killers. Oh,
Yup.
okay. Well, I guess they're killing plenty of food though, so that makes it
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, it was really interesting at the end when oh my god, What's the kid's name?
Judith?
Judith. Wow.
Yep.
Um, wow. And Judith says that she actually does remember the situation and everything. She remembers what had happened in the past.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I mean, what, she was 3, 4 at the time?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So, she could remember that. I remember things when I was 3 or 4. What about you?
No, not really.
No?
But
Okay. You don't remember what you did yesterday, so. You
that's
you literally had the wrong time for us on getting together for this tonight, even.
maybe, I don't know.
That's
think
my whole point, is that you don't remember. It's the whole point. You don't remember at all. No, I really enjoyed this episode, though. I thought this was great. This was a great going into the past and telling a really good story. Situation with Michonne and Daryl, and dealing with talking about some things about Rick. We actually get to see them searching.
Yeah.
We get to see Michonne find Rick's gun.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought was a big miss on this, and I'm actually really surprised they didn't do it, and I would not be surprised to find out if they actually shot this but didn't put it in the episode because it would have gone too long. Perfect opportunity to get the perspective of Negan after Rick died, and what he had to say and what he thought about it.
Yeah,
they didn't touch it. I mean, they're taking this opportunity to show all kinds of things going on at that point with many of the cast, the named characters and such in Alexandria. No Negan?
Yeah, I hadn't even thought of it, but that would have probably been one of my favorite things to see. That would have been awesome.
A moment to show and give Negan an opportunity to make some kind of comment about how he feels about Rick being dead, which is something I obviously have not seen yet. He's made some mentions at this point, but it's been so long, it's been so many years at this point that no one's really going to say much.
Yeah.
But at that point, it had just happened months prior, and it was an opportunity to get Negan's perspective on that. I have not seen that in the comics. They're both still alive and kicking. So, yeah, just interesting stuff that I thought that was a huge miss on their part. But overall, I enjoyed this episode. Anything else you want to say about it?
No, a great little self-contained story.
Yep. In which they definitely don't do enough of on this show.
Yeah. I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. All right, Jason, go ahead and rate it. Let's see. 1 out of 5 killer kids.
I'm going to go with 4. Like I said, I really enjoyed it a lot. Wasn't, like a really nice self-contained story. But, after seeing the following episode, with the fair, just feels like it didn't quite, it didn't leave me with the same impact as this last episode.
No, it won't. Scars on the back versus heads on a pike?
Yeah.
I give it 4.5. Had they shown Negan, this would have been a perfect one for me. Had they given us a Negan moment, it would have been great. But, yeah, unfortunately they did not. All right, that's going to do it. We just covered 2 episodes. What do you think of that?
I think we're doing pretty good.
All right. Well, even though it's starting to warm up, folks, get your gloves and your jacket and your little stocking back out because we're going into snow.
That's right.
In The Walking Dead. Get ready for it. Oh, I can't wait.
You know what, Chris?
What?
Winter is coming.
Nah, someone made that same joke on Talking Dead.
Did they?
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes, they did. Although this is the perfect opportunity to make a snowman out of a standing walker. Somebody needs to do that. That needs to happen. And have it break out then and try to grab somebody.
You said that, and for some reason I pictured like a snowman body with like a decapitated walker head on top.
That can happen too. I don't think that'll. Yeah, just take Tara's head and put it on there. Bye, Tara. Not gonna miss you. I didn't hate her that much. I just like, why are you here? What are you doing? Which I guess is ironic because they finally give her a purpose, and boom.
Now she's dead.
Yeah, now she's dead. I suppose she could still lead the hilltop. Just put that head on a pike right in the center of town. And people can go up to it and be like, what should we do about this? No? Alright.
No, I'm going to go with nah.
No, Maggie's going to come back, though. So, it's all good.
That'll be interesting. Do you
Yes, it
think she's
will.
going to have a baby on her hip?
She's going to be like, what the crap is happening around here? Everybody's
Do
dying.
you think
She's going
Violet...
No, because at this point, baby Herschel's going to be like 7.
Yeah. But I mean, do you think by the time Maggie gets back, they'll have wrapped up the Walker storyline, or do you think she's going to come back like smack dab in the middle of it?
I think it really all depends on the line of communication that they had. They were sending letters back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose somebody can send a letter. Hey, Jesus died, Tara died, whispers, people wearing zombie flesh. Get your ass back over here.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's not impossible.
no. You're very melancholy today, Jason.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a day for me outside of the world of The Walking Dead.
It's
so
throwing me off. Well, it's been a day inside the world of The Walking Dead too.
yeah, it's been a day. Oh my!
You think they'll ever throw another fair?
I hope so. In another 7 years, they're gonna hold another fair, and they're gonna have like little candy heads on sticks.
Oh, that is a shame about Enid, though.
Yeah.
I was digging her. All right. That's gonna do it. Jason, any last words?
Yeah. Never trust a pretty girl in a dress.
All right. I love how you take a situation that happened in the show and you use it here, but that's also a rule that can actually apply in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I guess that can work. Sometimes you got to be careful. Sometimes it's the pretty ones you gotta watch out for.
It's always the pretty ones you gotta watch out for.
All right. There it is. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us for these reviews. What did you think? Leave a comment below. If you liked what we brought you, if you can give us a like and subscribe, that would be great. But that is going to do it for now. We will be back next week for the season finale. And then Jason and I will be around sporadically doing zombie movie reviews. We've got about a dozen or so. We're going to sprinkle around until, geez, man, October. Then we do it all over again.
Yup.
All right. Okay, guys, that's going to do it. Thank you very much.
Hey people, thank you for tuning into this episode and taking a listen. If you like our content, if you like what you're listening to, is there anything we go over, hey, please, we would not only love to hear more from you, but if great, if you could throw some support, you can subscribe right below. Also, you can toss us a line anytime, that's ksongmedia@gmail.com. Of course, you can tune in for our channel anytime for movie reviews, game reviews, a lot of random wacky stuff. Who knows what you'll hear. And of course, our episode each week where we're bringing the nerdiest things we can find, dig up, and maybe not find, maybe the stuff that just drops in our laps. But anyway, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening, and we hope to hear from you again later. Take care.